There is a place that does not appear on any map. La prisión del tiempo perdido, the prison of lost time. It is not for rehabilitation, but for erasure. The walls swallow sound, light, and hope. Walking its corridors is like moving through a tomb. The silence is oppressive. No voices, just the hum of ventilation. Guards communicate only with gestures, faces hidden behind masks. Each inmate is a solitary island, adrift in an ocean of nothingness. Behind every door, a life is frozen, suspended. There are no windows, no sun, no sky. Only the unblinking eye of a security camera watches. Here, time itself is sentenced to death. The punishment is not just imprisonment, it is oblivion. And once inside, you are already half erased. The isolation here is absolute. Inmates never see, hear, or speak to each other. Each is confined to a small, soundproofed cell, a concrete box with a bed, toilet, and table, all molded as one. No sharp edges, no loose parts, nothing to mark time. The cell is a sensory deprivation chamber, not just solitary confinement. Food appears silently through a slot. Guards are ghosts, their faces never seen. The prisoner is utterly alone, left with only their thoughts and memories. This isolation is a weapon, designed to turn the mind against itself. Humans define themselves through others. When that mirror is gone, the self begins to fray. The silence becomes a canvas for fears and regrets. The cell becomes a psychological battleground. The state claims this is for the most dangerous offenders, but it is truly about control. By denying contact, the system denies humanity itself. The goal: a living death, where the mind is so lost in solitude, it ceases to be a threat. The punishment is not just imprisonment, it is dissolution. Here, you are reduced to a body to be fed and contained. The soul is left to fade away. Number 734 mapped stars in dust on his cell ceiling, recreating a night sky he could barely remember. Guards erased his map, leaving only a blank void. He stopped talking, staring at the empty ceiling. Number 512, once a musician, conducted silent symphonies with her fingers, composing music in her head. The lights are always on. No dawn, no dusk, just endless fluorescent glare. Time flattens. Some sleep for days, others barely at all. I don't know if my daughter is a child or a woman. I don't know if it's spring or winter. The silence consumes everything. Only memories remain, and even they fade. The day never begins or ends. It just continues. No bells, no shouts, no signals, just the same unchanging light. The first act is simply the will to rise from the concrete bed. Waiting is the main activity. Time is meaningless. Food arrives silently, a bland paste, fuel for the body, not the soul. Eating is an event, a break in the monotony. There are no books, no TV, no radio, no stimuli at all. Some pace, others sit still, clinging to fading memories. The cell door opens for exercise, alone, under a camera's gaze. Then, back to the cell, back to silence, back to waiting. Time is a flat circle, and every day is the same. In this place, even the concept of a day is lost, and the world outside moves on, unaware. Even here, the human mind fights back. Inmates wage a silent war against the void, their weapons small but vital. They build mental worlds, reconstructing childhood homes, replaying old conversations, archiving lost lives. This is not nostalgia, but survival, a way to keep the mind active, to prove the world outside was real. Physical rituals become resistance, push-ups, sit-ups, squats, marking time with repetition. It's a self-imposed structure in a world designed to have none. My body is still mine. My time is still mine. The deepest resistance is the search for meaning. Some debate philosophy in their minds, others find spirituality, talking to a God they may never have believed in. They create dialogue where there is none, seeking a witness to their suffering. These mental and spiritual exercises are the last defense. They are desperate attempts to stay sane, to find purpose, to hold on to dignity. In a place built to strip it all away, resistance is survival. The mind's rebellion is quiet, but it is real. And sometimes, it is enough to endure another day. The mind may fight, but the body betrays it. Lack of sunlight means no vitamin D, bones weaken, immune systems falter. Fatigue sets in, skin grows pale, the body's clock breaks. Insomnia and hypersomnia alternate. Digestion, blood pressure and heart rate suffer. Muscles atrophy, joints ache, standing becomes dizzying. The body becomes a cage within a cage. Sensory deprivation weakens eyes and ears. Silence becomes torment. The body's decline reinforces the feeling of being trapped. Physical decay is a constant reminder of imprisonment. As the body weakens, so does the mind's resistance. The fight for sanity grows harder. The body and mind are inextricably linked. In this place, both are slowly undone. The rules here are few, but absolute. First, you will be alone. Any attempt to communicate is punished. The most common punishment is the removal of light, total darkness, where the mind collapses. Hallucinations fill the void. Time loses meaning. Second, you will have nothing. No possessions, no photos, no books, nothing to distract or comfort. Any attempt to create is discovered and erased. The rule forces prisoners inward, confronting emptiness without aid. Third, you will not resist. The architecture enforces hopelessness, smooth walls, seamless doors, silent guards. Every detail communicates futility. The message: you are powerless, you have no agency. Submission is the only option. The rules are not just about control. They teach despair. The system is designed to break the will, to erase hope. In this place, silence is law. The only thing left is the slow surrender to oblivion. The rules are learned not by words, but by the architecture of suffering. Here, despair is the curriculum, and the lesson is never forgotten. We're told this prison is for the worst of the worst. Terrorists, masterminds, irredeemable threats. The state calls it justice, clean, clinical, efficient. But is it justice or something else? Justice implies rights, rehabilitation, the preservation of personhood. Here, the goal is annihilation, erasure so complete the person ceases to exist, even in memory. This is not justice, but vengeance, cold, bureaucratic, terrifying. What does it say about us as a society that we create such a place? We claim to value dignity, but this prison is a monument to its absence. It declares some lives have no value, some people can be forgotten. By sanctioning this, we cross a dangerous line. The question is not about the prisoners, but about us. Do we become monsters to fight monsters? The destruction of a mind is a hidden violence, as cruel as any torture. When we look at this prison, we look into a mirror, and the reflection should frighten us. What is the final outcome here? Some go mad, others fade away, becoming living statues. This is the system's goal, erasure. But there are whispers of another possibility. Release. A myth perhaps, but hope persists. To feel the sun, hear a voice, see the stars after years in the void. It would be a rebirth and a terror. The paradox, the prison makes you forget the world, but hope of remembering keeps you alive. Hope is contraband, the one thing the system cannot crush. It is a flickering flame in infinite darkness, the belief that the door will open, that life can be reclaimed. But which is the greater cruelty, to be forgotten, or to return as a ghost to a world that has moved on? The hope that kept you alive may deliver the final blow. Perhaps the true sentence is not inside the walls, but in the moment you step outside. And perhaps in the end, forgetting is the only mercy.